Jennifer finally leave Arthur on Howard's Way tonight at 9 p.m? Time will tell, but now it's time to meet the Thamesmen.
How you doing?
Oh, dear me. We get too excited with the countdown. I'm good. My name's Alex. I'm in San Francisco.
I'm George. I'm in Los Angeles.
And you're all excited, aren't you, George?
I am, because I am just back from the World Baseball Classic, which we talked about in a couple of videos, and that's hence why I'm wearing the GB Great Britain hat. But something I noticed while I was at the World Baseball Classic, and I've seen it in other sports, whenever a player came on, they had walk-in music.
No.
They did, yeah. And like,
so every single player has a walk-in song?
They pick it, they have a tune they pick, and they have their walk-in song. And so,
God, that's bloody annoying.
Well, no, depends.
Well,
It
baseball.
depends.
I'm talking about baseball.
Yeah, well, so we were playing Canada. Great Britain were playing Canada. So one guy, he kept playing, he had Tom Sawyer, Rush, which was a good Canadian track, really. One of the English guys had Harry Bloody Styles. Anyway.
No. Why would you know it's Harry Bloody Styles?
Because someone next to me said it was Harry Styles. I didn't know it was Harry Styles.
Yeah, you were probably in tears. Who is it? I love this.
I love that song. But anyway, so I've got my walk-in music queued up, and I'm just going to go, coming up to bat, it is George.
Overkill! Yeah! Absolutely.
That's my walking music. Okay.
Should have let it kicked in. That was great. I was looking forward to that. We're going to do Overkill Week, ladies and gentlemen.
We're going to do
5 days of Overkill.
Okay. And so, are you ready to queue up? Your walking music, Mister?
I've got mine. Count me in. I'll press play.
Okay. Are you? So it's coming up next to bat, Alex the Thamesmen. Ooh.
It's not as good as Motorkill
it's
now.
It's not Overkill.
No. Can we just? Am I? No. Are we meant to be an illusion? It's an illusion, you see. It's just like, because I'm very pale. And I'm like,
we'll have to work on our walking music, shall we? Maybe when we start, where we go, hi, we can have our walking music and go, I'm George from Los Angeles, blah, 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 all that stuff. No?
No.
Okay. All right, that one goes on the back shelf. Okay.
What are we here for, my dear friend?
Honestly, we don't actually know.
We have got no idea.
No. We've an old friend of ours has rejoined us in the studio, which you shall see later, the Wheel of Fortune.
The wheel span and came round to a band called... Can you pronounce the band's name?
I think it's Sinfonity. Sinfonity? Sinfonity. And
so we know nothing about Sinfonity except for it sounds like a drug for some sexual disease. It's just like,
yeah, right.
It's just like two women are having, lunch. I can see the advert now. Two women are having lunch, and one was saying, oh, you're eating onions. It's going to make your breath smell. You can forget about my breath smell. I've got Sinfonity. And then it comes up with the cream.
Yeah, but then they'll have that little voice underneath going, yeah, you may find that this causes your cock to drop off if you're not careful. And you take in, things like that.
Yeah.
It's
like, we're going to take your firstborn. Anyway, Sinfonity. So it's a sexual healing cream, but it's not actually. It is it's Johann Sebastian Bach.
You see, we've got class here. Utter class.
We have.
And Chris, our curator, who is very helpful, who's feeding these things that end up on our wheel, he's called this a musical curio from 2014, and he even gave us a couple of notes. Shall we read the notes?
You read out the notes. This is a Toccata and Fugue in D minor, which is the saddest key of them all.
Oh, there you go. It's all tied together, isn't it? It all comes around. Yeah, we all know Bach's Toccata and Fugue is an incredible piece to show off the keyboard skills of a talented player. Good, strong left hand. But not when you're dealing with the world's first electric guitar orchestra. Enjoy a classic as never quite heard before.
Wow.
A guitar orchestra.
The Wheel of Fortune has fortuitously given us Johann Sebastian Bach. I was hoping for Motorhead.
We had a bit of it. We had a bit of Overhill. So yeah, I can give you some more if you want. Are you ready?
Yeah, that was great. That should be my ringtone. All right, are you ready for this?
I am ready for this. Are you ready, sir?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go. The first electric guitar orchestra. That's a hell of a
They actually
sound.
sound like organ pipes.
Love that note. Oh, I like that.
Oh, wow.
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 That was mad.
That was absolutely just magical.
I mean, Bach, let's face it, Bach, 300 years ago or so, wrote that. You know, he was a freaking genius.
They don't write them like they used to. You know?
But then to do that,
it was lovely because I was thinking I would love to show my kids this, because the trouble with a lot of classical music, it's locked in time. And it, you know, some decorum, and you've got to feel highbrow, and you've got to go in this, to actually just bring it alive with electric guitars.
Yeah.
And so it makes it a lot more modern and accessible. But then you absolutely, when listening to it, you just fell in love with Bach and his writing.
Yeah, exactly. Totally like a gateway drug into like what he was doing, sort of thing. I would say, you know, like.
Totally removed the history barriers,
yeah,
and made it a lot more accessible. Now, the amount of hours that those gentlemen put in was phenomenal. It was amazing. They were so incredibly tight.
Did you see there was not one sheet music there either? You know, that track was, what, 9 minutes long or whatever? And then obviously all worked out exactly their part. To get that sound, I mean, the layers of sound, all on electric guitars. I mean, obviously some effects pedals and things to sort of bend, I don't know how.
One bass player.
Was there one bass player, was there?
Yeah, up to the right.
Okay.
Yeah. Kudos to him.
But it sounded like a pipe organ, like those low church organ-y sort of sounds. And
They
like,
must have had a pipe organ in there, because that could have been guitars.
I don't know. You know, it's just tones and layers of tones, and you know, and they all had worked out their parts, and you know, it was. It would be fascinating to hear the story behind it. I did see that on some of the notes that it was recorded in Spain, so it's sort of it's kind of those damn socialists again, where you've got sort of centrally funded arts and things. You can put these crazy projects together, you know, which I don't know if America quite does these same things. You know what I mean?
You said something really interesting to me, and I thought, yeah, you're absolutely right. Why is one of the reasons why England are so good at music is because we have a system where we get, if you're unemployed, you're not chucked on the streets like you are here.
Yeah.
You know, you do have health, you do
Welfare.
have, you do have welfare, you have an apartment, and they give you some money on, and that's your money that you can live on to be a musician.
Yeah, exactly. It gives it. I know everyone does. A lot of people go off and buy drugs with it, of course. But you know, it does.
And then make music.
And then make even better music, or maybe not, or sometimes
not
less.
that we condone drugs.
Not that it's ever happened in our lives, but
No.
you know, ever. But it's yes. I mean, I think there is a sort of welfare state does lead to people having opportunities to do other things. And you know, so I think there's an argument to be had there for sure.
Well, that was absolutely magical, and for me, and for you, and for a lot of people. First of all, listen with headphones, but we all know that piece so well. But it's actually one of the times when I actually sat down and really listened to it, because they were guitarists. So I wanted to hit, and the beauty of some of those bits.
Yeah.
And I was trying to imagine having the power to write that as well. You might just.
I mean, the composers of that era. I mean, people compose now, of course. You get amazing scores and musical pieces, and you know, we've seen some amazing acts. But then everything was handwritten. You know, on paper and you know,
transposed as well.
Yeah.
For all the different instruments who work in
exactly.
different keys are all transposed.
Yeah.
And then you could be deaf as well.
Yeah, right.
And still have a hit. Yeah, no.
Amazing, truly amazing. You know, and that was great. That was really different. Really
I think he's got a chance of making it old Bach.
Do you think so? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder. You know, if we'll get a copyright hit on that one. Probably. We do on everything else.
We get it. We're not going to be like those other reactors, just complain incessantly about a copyright hit. But
the governor.
The governor. All right. The Wheel of Fortune gave us that.
Oh, so what are we going to pull out the Wheel of Fortune again?
I think so. If you know, let's see what the Wheel of Fortune. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, there she goes. Oh, you got it? You got it? You going to handle it?
Got it. There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, come
in
on.
all her glory.
What have we got? What have we got?
This is our digital laser. Okay. Right.
Yeah, I got it.
Jim, are you ready? Orchestra ready?
Oh, ready, Jim? Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right. Do it.
Count me down.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I'll tell you, in high res, that colours are great.
Oh, no.
What we got? High lung.
High lung, I was rude about them before.
Well,
and
yeah.
We've got to, but I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong.
Okay, all right.
And I'll tell you why I was wrong.
Why?
Because everyone told me. Right, let me press this. Yes, so we did this band before, and they are Stone Age musicians.
No, they're not.
They are.
They're not. They're using musical instruments from an era, Bronze Age, Iron Age, Stone Age ish.
Yes, and last time I got apologised because I said they were mad, and I got absolutely slaughtered in the comments, and because I'm a fair man, I said I'd give it another go.
Yeah, okay.
And apparently everyone says you've got to do a live track.
Okay, all right. Is that what we got? Okay, all right. That will be our next video.
That will be our next video. Will I still think they're mad or not?
Depends how much abuse you want, I would suggest.
I got a lot of abuse.
You got a lot of abuse.
I know, I got a lot of abuse. Yeah. But I'm an open book.
You're
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Chris. Thank you very much at Wheel of Fortune for picking that track. That was absolutely fantastic. I went in that not expecting anything. I've come away culturally enriched.
I'm actually when I go to work tomorrow, I'm going to put on a bit of classical Bach, I think, honestly, just to have for old time's sake.
Literally.
Old time's sake. Yeah.
Bar was number one in the charts. Number one coming in. Bar.
He wasn't a freaking pirate.
Well, no, I'm sure he wasn't, but you got to go to that bar. All right. See you on the flip side for the Hulung.
Hulung. All right, see you on the flip side.
Bye.
Bye.